Hi folks, welcome back. Like my new pet? And I found that crawling around as I was digging. So this is what my front door area looked like just a little while ago before I started this project. It's been overgrown since I moved in, and it's time to get at it. So this week's project is building a patio base between my front door, which is to the left. You can see a little bit of the cement there, and my back deck that's at the end of that wall. I've taken out all the plants that are in that planting bed, and what I'm doing is going through and grading the whole area down. I've got to take out approximately 6 to 7 inches of soil to put a 6-inch base of gravel in between the front step and the deck. There is a 4-inch drop from the bottom step of the front door to the bottom step of the deck. So that is what my gradient will be between the two, which isn't too bad. It's over about a 35-foot area, so you'll hardly notice it. And then I'll slope it out into the woods at about a 2% slope. So the water will run two different directions and get off the patio once I have it put in. I had a couple walls, stone walls, that I took down. One you saw by the front step there, that they just sort of cobbled together. Between that and a planter box that I tore down, I have some leftover block that I'm going to run down from the front door almost to, you can see that red line there. That's where I'm going to put a 2-block stone wall, and between there and the house will be a planting bed, approximately 6 feet wide. 3 feet will be hostas or something simple, and then right up against the house I'm putting wash gravel, what they call 1s and 2s. I'm using that pretty much all around the perimeter of the house because I want to maintain a barrier where I don't have plants up against the house where insects and bugs can get in there. It just keeps it cleaner. I'm getting the base down now. You can see my inspectors come around every time I dig a hole. They want to make sure there's no insects left in the holes. That actually got to be a problem with the chickens being around me all the time, especially when they're jumping in the holes when I'm digging a hole. I've decided free ranging in my property isn't a good thing, so we're going to keep them in their pen from now on. They just have a tendency to wander around too much and too far. But you can see me, I'm dragging a stick around just to get a rough idea of what I want to do with the patio. The outside of the patio will be a continuous curve over to the deck. I tried to figure out a specific radius, so the curve from the front door, the outside curve, starting at that front sidewalk going all the way over to the deck, is a continuous curve, but the same size radius to the curve, so it looks it flows well. I've got the soil down to where I want it. Underneath the gravel, between the soil and the gravel, I put weed fabric, and now I'm bringing in what they call 1Bs, which is a dolomite crushed limestone product. It has dust up to about a 1/4-inch stone, which is really nice for compaction. It's easy to grade, it's easy to tamp. You can get a nice level on it, so when you go to put the stone down, there isn't a lot of bumpiness to it, so the stones will lay flat. Sand just doesn't stay firm when you compact it like this will, and you'll get less insects with this. Now, I probably am not going to put any patio stone in this patio this fall. The goal is to watch the auctions, usually in the fall time. A lot of landscapers will take all their leftover products to auction. So my goal is to find some flagstone or something like that, and even maybe a used flagstone patio to find. Doesn't need to be perfect. I can make old stone look like new. Now I'm doing this patio along with a second patio down by the farm that's going to be the center of my cottage garden. For that patio, I'm doing the bases both at the same time. If I'm going to get the stone in, I got the equipment. I might as well put both bases in. That way I'm less truck traffic in and out. And it's a little cheaper on delivery and things like that. So I'm putting this one in first, and then I'll actually do a video on the second patio in a week or so. I've actually got some of that done. It's just getting the video out. That patio, I actually was able to find stone. I was given some stone for the cottage garden patio. So I approximately have enough paving stone for an 11 by 13 patio, where I'll also put a fire pit in the center. But this patio up here, I don't know what I'm going to use for the patio stone. I may not know that until next year. But here's the base. This is the curve I finally came up with. And I've already backfilled with soil, which I got to get grass into it pretty soon. And then the red line will where the wall will go. And then a planting area behind it. So, you'll see my next video coming up soon. Take care, folks. Have a great rest of your week.